Good afternoon. My name is Eric Lennington, and I'm the managing partner of 24x8. I've been a serial entrepreneur in the tech space since I was 15. And in the last 7 or 8 years, I've also been a mentor to a number of companies and an angel investor. And in that time, it's safe to say I've seen my share of disruptive technologies, and that's one of the reasons I'm so excited about this next company. The company is Dynofit, and the target market is post-operative care for joint replacement surgery. This little device that I'm holding, which I realize is probably too small for anyone to see, has the opportunity to create one of those rare win-win-win situations where everybody involved benefits. That's the patients, the providers, and even the payers. And while there are other applications for the underlying technology, for which there are 2 patents pending. Just to give you a feel for the size of this opportunity, one specific segment, knee replacement, is projected to go from over 700,000 knee replacement surgeries per year, it's a lot of knee replacements, to 3.5 million surgeries over the next 15 years. And that's in the US alone. And maybe not surprisingly, this makes it the 3rd largest cost segment for Medicare. Those facts and a few others that you'll hear about in a moment are actually creating a perfect storm that Dynofit is in a very unique position to be able to take advantage of. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce the co-founder and CEO of Dynofit, Maria Schneider.
I'm Maria Schneider, CEO of Dynofit. We have created the FLEXDOT system to improve outcomes and decrease costs for at-home patient therapy. I'm very familiar with physical therapy because I have a son with cerebral palsy, and physical therapy has been a huge part of our lives over the last few years. And what I've realized is that the physical therapy, the exercises that happen at home, are as important to the patient outcomes as what happens face-to-face with the physical therapist. But right now, there's no data about what happens at home in between therapy visits. If the care coordinator were able to understand whether or not the patient was compliant with the protocol in between visits, they would be able to eliminate unnecessary physical therapy visits for the patients who are doing well on their own, and they would also be able to target problems early for the patients whose muscles are not responding the way that they're supposed to. So we have created the FLEXDOT system. This is a wireless EMG wearable device that fits on the skin over any muscle on your body. As that muscle flexes, it reads the neuromuscular activation and sends it to a cell phone. On the cell phone, the patient can play games or look at motivational metrics, but more importantly, we can send that data into the cloud to the care coordinator's dashboard where they can actually make decisions with it. This is what it looks like. This is one of our apps. As you can probably imagine, and we get this feedback all the time, there are a lot of applications for this. But recent changes in the industry have given us a laser focus on our initial target market. And specifically, as Eric mentioned, thank you, Eric, that's going to be knee and hip joint replacement and the other joint replacement surgeries. This is a prime market because there are new changes coming down the pike very, very quickly in the form of Medicare pilots that will require bundled payments and better outcomes. Currently, this is a $1 billion market opportunity. It's growing very, very quickly. The knee replacement surgeries are expected to increase by a factor of 5 over the next 15 years, in part because it's related to obesity. So our business model is twofold. On one end, we'll be selling the FLEXDOTs, these are the FLEXDOTs, themselves to the home health providers that provide the physical therapy at home. And on the other side of it, we'll be sending the data, the session data, to the care coordinator through the cloud into their dashboards. Our go-to-market path will involve a partnership through the cloud layer that will actually sell this into existing dashboards. And as was mentioned before, the remote patient monitoring field is increasing immensely, and there are a lot of dashboards coming online. Our initial customers will specifically be these anchor hospitals that are targeted in this Medicare pilot, which constitute 20% of the market. Our value proposition for this new bundled payment structure, lowering cost is very important. Decreasing readmission is very important. We expect to achieve both of those goals with cost reductions of $2,000 to $3,000 per patient per episode. Right now, the competition is the status quo. Physical therapists go out to the house 2 to 3 times a week. What happens in between, nobody really knows. And there are a few changes that happen along the way as a result of having not enough information. Our team is a very strong, technically agile engineering team. I have 3 degrees in science and engineering, and that makes me the least technical person on our team. But I do have significant business development experience as well as executive management experience, and we also have an MBA on our team. Currently, this is really the 3rd generation of our technology, and we have an advisory board of therapists who are out in the field actually using our technology and giving us feedback. So we've been able to incorporate that into successive prototypes. We have 2 patents pending. We've investigated our FDA path. Our burden looks very light. We expect to be through that by the middle of next year. And we currently have 3 apps on Google Play, which anybody with a dot can use. They're fun. So we're currently opening our $750,000 seed round to get us through our FDA and pilot studies so that we can go to scale launch and scale manufacturing by mid-next year. We're expecting an early acquisition, in part because this particular field is growing so quickly. There are a lot of big players in the field who are currently looking to expand their offering. So this is a very unique device for patient compliance. There is nobody else in the market using EMG in this particular area. So we're expecting to be a target for those types of companies or potentially also the consumer mobile health platforms. This type of device is a tool that will help providers be successful in this new healthcare paradigm that everybody is trying to figure out right now. So we're expecting great things. If you'd like to be part of our story and share in our success, please come talk to me tonight. I look forward to our conversation. Thank you.